Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today is going to be the very long promised Invisalign 2 vlog. I'm basically just going to give you like the second half of my Invisalign journey. I still plan on breaking it up into a few more vlogs, so I'll just give you a little more information just so you're not like overwhelmed. But anyways, so my last video I left off with my dentist taking my impressions and sending them off to Invisalign. Now, during this, it took maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. Well, maybe a little bit longer. But I do remember when I was waiting for my Invisalign trays to come in, they sent me what's called a Clean Check video. And honestly, for me, the video wasn't like that awesome. Only because like I had said I wanted to fix like one tooth and then a couple of my bottom teeth, and that was it. So the video shows you like basically how your teeth are going to transform, and it shows you like when they're going to add the buttons, which are these little, I'll have to get closer for you to see. I'll explain what those are later. It shows how when you add the buttons and how it should look when you're done with your Invisalign. My video was like 3 seconds long. I've seen some people's videos where they're like maybe 10 to 20 seconds long, depending on how bad their teeth are. But anyways, so I had that little video while I was waiting for my trays. So it just made me like that much more excited. So finally I got called in to go in for my trays. I was so nervous. I went in, with all of the blogs that I had read, and I was asking a billion questions. And of course my dentist answered all of them. So when I went in to get my trays fitted, or like put them on to make sure that they fit, I asked, how many trays am I going to have? And I have seen so many blogs where they're like, I had 45 trays, 30 trays, 50 trays, and you have to wear each tray 2 weeks, or a whole 2 weeks. So, do the math. So I asked, I was like, please don't tell me I have a lot of them. So I asked, and like, oh, you only have 10. Girl, I was like, yes, like I'm gonna have beautiful straight teeth. They're gonna be so gorgeous. Like it's gonna, I'll have them straight in no time. So when I put the trays on, after knowing that I only had 10 trays, I was literally like, what did I get myself into? It felt so like foreign because to me the plastic was very thick, and it just felt like you had something like a huge mouth guard in your mouth. So I was like, great, like you have to keep them on ideally for 22 hours a day. So I was like, great, I'm gonna have to have these on for 22 hours a day. I'm gonna have to talk to people. People are gonna know, because it felt so thick in your mouth that you think that people are really gonna notice them. I don't have them on right now. I should have said that at the beginning of the video. I don't have them on because I feel like when I talk, I slur my speech a lot and I have like a little lisp. So that's the only reason I take them off. I want y'all to be able to understand me, because that would really suck if y'all didn't understand me. But yeah, anyways. So I was like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? Like I'm gonna have to, wear these all the time and this and that. So my dentist gave me my first 3 trays to be changed every 2 weeks. So my dentist appointment to get my trays was like at 11 in the afternoon, kind of like right before lunch. So my dentist told me that every 2 weeks when I, change my trays, I had to change them at 11 o'clock. So I was like, great, you know what I mean? I'm going to change them during the day. So I got my first 3 trays. And, it really wasn't that bad. I just didn't enjoy how I would put them in at 11 and then I would start feeling the pain throughout the day. And I would have a really hard time eating throughout the day because my teeth were in so much pain. So I changed my mind and decided to go against his rules. Hopefully he's not watching this because he's going to get so mad at me. But I decided to put the trays on right before I go to bed, because then my teeth can shift more when I'm sleeping, and then during the day it's not that bad. I'm not like, ugh. So I will say that there are certain trays, like certain numbers that Like my first 3 trays might have been fine, but then tray number 4 is when like the most movement happens. I'm not saying this is for everybody, but for me, you know what I mean? And then I would have the most pain, like on tray number 4. And then 5 and 6 would be okay, and then 7 was okay, and then maybe I get to tray 10 and it's like, you know? So every tray is different. So if you feel like, oh wow, this is a breeze, you're gonna get that one tray and you're like, FML, kill me now, please punch out my teeth. But anyways, so I got my first 3 trays. Okay, so when the second week of my 3rd tray was up, I went to the dentist again, and this is the time when they put on the buttons. I call them attachments, but some dentists call them buttons. And they're these little like white cement dots like that you have on your teeth. I do not enjoy them. I've already gotten used to them, so like I don't really care when I smile. But when I first had them, people would be like, do you have something on your teeth? Like they say like, oh, they're tooth colored, no one's gonna notice. They notice, guys. I feel like it's most noticeable when you don't have your trays on. I've heard the complete opposite, but I know that when I have my trays on, I feel like no one can tell that I have them on. I have attachments. I mean, I want to zoom in, but I don't want y'all to think I'm gross. I'm gonna zoom in anyways. Okay, so I know I'm really close and personal, and I'm using the flash on my iPhone camera, but as you can see, I have like 2 right here. You know, you can see the ones poking out over here. I have some over here. I feel like I have a lot of them. But I have met a girl that she had attachments on every single tooth in her mouth. So, you know, it could be worse. So when I got my 4th tray, I got the attachments and I got the dreaded IPR. Dun dun dun! Like, IPR is terrible. Basically what IPR is like a little strip of like sandpaper kind of on this little like floss looking thing, and it's to sand down your tooth a little bit to make more room for your teeth to move. Like if I would have known what IPR felt like, I probably would have said no to Invisalign. It's, like I absolutely hate it. The sound like that you hear in your ear, because like it's, you know, you're sanding your tooth, you know? I had to get it done in like 4 places. I wanted to cry, and my dentist was like, suck it up, you are a little girl, be a man. And I was like, I don't want to. I was like, I don't want to be on Invisalign anymore. And then now that I'm like so like on an Invisalign, I've gotten it a few more times since then, and I literally begged the hygienist. I was like, please don't tell him I need IPR. I will be your friend. I was like, I'll bring you cookies, I'll bring you cupcakes, like whatever you want, just don't tell him that I need IPR. But of course she ratted me out and we still had to get it done, but I wanted to cry. I almost cried. Anyways, so I had to get IPR too, okay? And when I got my buttons, attachments, whatever, it was so much harder to take off the trays. I thought it was gonna be okay. I was like, you know, can't be that hard. I got the hang of, you know, my ones without buttons. But oh my gosh, my mom took me, I'll never forget, my mom took me to go eat at Rome's right after I got my attachments and my dentist popped on my trays. And I was in the bathroom for maybe like 20 minutes, and she came in and she was like, are you okay? Like, did anything happen? And I was crying. I was like, Mom, I can't take them off. I'm never gonna eat again. I'm just gonna starve all the time, you know, this and that. So she had to help me take them off. That's how bad it was. But of course, you know, obviously after a time I got the hang of it. Let me just show you what the trays look like. I literally just opened these a couple days ago, so they're not gross yet. I think maybe like another video I'll tell y'all how to clean them and how to take care of them and what you need to carry with you, like on a daily basis, so you can take care of your teeth when you're not at home. You know, it's really important. So I'll do a whole nother video on that, but I just want to show you what they look like. So here's what the Invisalign looks like. Of course, it's practically invisible. This is what mine looks like. You put them on top of each other to see like what your teeth look like. Let me just take one. This is the top one. I don't know if you can see that they have like little holes for the attachments. They're fairly easy to put on and take off now that I've had so much practice. These little blue dots that you see in the back are to let your dentist know how often you've been wearing them, and make sure that you've been wearing them often enough. They have them on both sides. On each tray it'll say what number tray it is, just so you don't get confused, and it'll say like Invisalign. Honestly, I think that might be more towards younger kids, like teens, so their parents know that they're like putting on the trays and stuff. And then, but yeah, I mean, they're fairly easy to take on and take off. Let me give you my recommendation of how you should take them off and put them on. So here's the bottom one. You just hear it snap. Do you hear the change in my voice? Some people that I've met have Invisalign and you can't even tell. Like, they speak perfectly and then the Invisalign is just so stuck to their teeth you can't even tell. I don't know if I got like a special, you know, everyone's gonna know you have Invisalign or not, but whatever. So you hear that click? This is what I sound like with Invisalign on. How sad is that? Man, this is probably why I don't have any friends. Anyways, so when I take them off, what I personally do is I'll take like both my pointer fingers and I'll put them in the back, like the very, 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 very last tooth, and I'll pull down on each side. So, and like that. You know what I mean? I'll just pull where the blue dot is. Same thing for the bottom teeth. You know what I mean? It's pretty easy. And then I'll just like go like that across my teeth so it won't have that little spit line. So embarrassing. And then the dentist will give you this little thing with 2 tray cases. I mean, no. Yeah. 2 tray cases. Mine looks like this. I have a blue one. It says optimal wear 22 hours a day. I have a blue one and I had a red one, but I dropped it and broke it and I can't put it back together. So yeah, these, carry them with you. They will be your lifesavers. I'll get into that later. But yeah, so I think that's where I want to leave off for now. I'm trying to think of if I have any other like beginning Invisalign tips besides me telling you what you need to take with you every day to clean your teeth and what you need to clean these with, because some people have a really big misconception of how you should clean these. And one rule that I will say in this video that you absolutely need to know: do not eat or drink anything sugary or anything besides water with your trays on. I will leave it at that. I have seen people with their Invisalign like as yellow as a yellow crayon. It's so bad. Do not, guys. I will get into the details of why later, but do not do that. Don't. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to mention in this video. If I forget anything, I will definitely mention it in my Invisalign 3 blog. So just stay tuned for that. I also wanted to quickly mention my Christmas tree in the background. I'm not one of those people that forget about Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. It's just that my parents are already putting up Christmas decorations because we literally have like a winter wonderland at my house. It's amazing. I will vlog it or blog it, whatever it's called, for you guys so you can be like, oh my gosh, like that looks like Whoville. Anyways, so they were putting up Christmas decorations and they found my tree in the house, so they gave it to me and I just put it up. But yeah, so it's so pretty. I got it from Target. I think it's like 20 bucks and you can't see me. I think it was like 20 bucks. At the top, I don't think you can see it. Oh yeah, there's a star. Yeah, I think the star was like 10 bucks. But I got it at Target. It's super easy. You just like you put it on like a dress. Like you just stick it on the thing and then like let it go and it just falls. It's pretty awesome. And I love pink, so whatever. But yeah, enough rambling for this video. That is all for now. Thank you so much for watching. But until next time, stay golden. Bye. Wait. Okay. Till next time, why did I do that? Yeah? You know. Invisalign. I have the TV on. That's a genius. Blink. That was stupid. I could have hit myself in the face. Tell me what you want from the ice cream truck. Pickle, 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 boop, boop, boop.